Actually, there were so many people, talk about alternate timelines, there were so many people that were trying to kill me, and so much bad stuff that basically, pretty much to make me exist in the first place, the Borg had to string together, because they knew I was the creator, and they knew I was here on Earth, and they knew all the problems that actually happened on Earth. That's why the Starfleet actually tries to keep people from ever looking at Earth's past, because they would see me and they would see everything else and realize that I had come from Earth and all that other stuff, and realize what John McCain and Richard Nixon had actually done after my spaceship had left Earth. And why they had hunted me all throughout the galaxy and all throughout space for so long was because they were so psychopathic, and they had killed so many people on Earth and actually even tried to blow up Earth in the year 2000. And they were so psychopathic, and they were actually going to try and unexist me and unexist the Borg and everything else, and try and restrict computers from ever having existed in the first place or something. But computers actually existed in many other life races and many other places. And basically, the Borg actually had to basically string together a bunch of timelines to actually get me to exist in the first place, which they did, and so I did because they wanted to exist themselves. So, and if I never existed, then basically all the matter in the whole universe would stop existing, pretty much. Pretty much, if I didn't exist ever, then pretty much and that's actually how they figured it out, because they started to have problems and they started to see some major shifts in matter and stuff in the universe. And they were wondering why, and the truth was basically somebody was trying to eliminate me and kill me or keep me from ever having existed, or ever having existed up to a point. Maybe Brian's death or whatever, probably. Anyway, from some point in time they were trying to kill me and take over my ship or something like that. I think the LSF ship was what they were trying to kill me in. They were trying to keep that from ever launching or something like that for a long time, because that led to Brian, and Brian led to me telling the truth about JFK and Richard Nixon and the USF people, and how they had killed everyone at the Germany airfield and the French airfield, and because they had found the LSF 71 aircraft there with the cracked tires that were made out of depleted uranium, and they were trying to keep that from ever being known. Basically, or what they could do, and that they could actually go to the moon and back fairly easily. Actually, they could actually just, you could actually fly, take off, go into orbit, turn, and go, or slingshot to. Actually, I think what you do is you fly around and you can actually slingshot to the moon, land on the moon or something, and then take back off and then fly back to Earth. Anyway, the SR-71, the LSF-71 aircraft could actually do that. That's what the little rocket pod is on the back and stuff like that, is that's a rocket that can actually take it to the moon and back. That's why sometimes one of them has that rocket, because it can go to the moon and then re-enter and fly down and land. It literally is a small spaceship. Anyway, it's capable of doing that. Anyway, though, so basically, and I knew about that, and I knew about everything else and the pods and all that other stuff, and it was one of my ships. I never flew it myself, but I owned it. So, anyway, so basically, anyway, and somebody actually maybe wanted to use it to go. I mean, it could possibly even make it to Mars. I don't know. It'd take a while, though. I think you'd probably die first. I'm not exactly sure. It's basically a small spaceship, though, pretty much. And it's about 500 or 1,500 or even 2,500 years old. But basically, they wanted to, anyway, the USAF people found it back in like 1940 or some year. And so they were trying to say that, so Richard Nixon and everyone else was trying to say that they had built it or something like that, but they hadn't. And more than the fact that they're psychopathic killers, and the USF had killed everyone that had ever seen the aircraft, because, like I said, what it was the cracked tires. When they saw the cracked tires, they knew that aircraft had sat inside of that hangar for about 500 years at least. And that was what mattered about it, was that it hadn't flown and hadn't been out in the world in so long. So It was, in fact, the legendary LSF 71 spaceship flyers from long, long ago, about 1,500 years. Back when I launched into space with my LSFA big ship, spaceship. Anyway, and it's possible I might have even had one or two or a couple of those ships on my spaceship. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I had on there or what I didn't have, or much about it really. I just remembered that I was a part of it and that it was a grand, amazing thing. But like I say, I'm not into recovering up or changing the lie or changing the future or posting lies. I just know I named America and I invented flight and some other stuff and helped out with a bunch of other people. So anyway, I don't really care. Like, I don't go around killing people. Generally, actually, if anything, I'm the one that says they're not going to hurt you. There's a place where you can be. Anyway, and I will happily die and be dead and be done with this whole nightmare that has been basically my existence. And pretty much, basically, like I say, John McCain and Richard Nixon, they all knew that JFK was not the creator to humanity, nor Lucifer, nor anything of any substance. But the world didn't know that, and they were presenting to the world that that JFK was the president or someone or the creator in some way. But he wasn't. He never had been and never would be. And he was nothing more than a liar and basically a part of a killing squad that killed a lot of people. He was a very bad human, basically. And pretty much he gave a locket to some cute girl and then went to her work and pretty much killed her or strangled her right there because he was so jealous. And some say it was Bill Gates or someone like that, but I don't know. JFK, Bill Gates, what's the difference? Zachary, they're all crazy people. There's like 50 or 100 people that are crazy. Anyway, though, but the film showed JFK or someone. Anyway, I don't really care. Basically, they covered up or lied about it. Like Bill Gates is a psychopath too. So is Zachary. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of crazy people in the world. Like, you have to do all the investigation yourself if you want to know what the truth is of everything. But basically, a lot of people have been running around basically living on other people's death and basically lying about everything. Like, I don't really care, and I'm probably one of the more unknown people, but I'm one of the people that lived forever. Or at least a long-ass time. Is that I got to go through space and got to cruise around and got to be a spaceship. And got to build my LSF spaceship, so... Anyway, it's glorious and great, and there's many pictures. Like I say, there's a picture of the LSF ship going around Mars, and you see it and the big 747 wings that are made out of titanium, and all the little ships next to it, and we're all like zee going around Mars doing our orbital slingshot. And there's one ship in front, and it's taking a picture of all of us back there. And there's me and like 3 other big ships, and some smaller ships or something. I don't really know. Yeah, whatever. It was a cool shot, though. Anyway, and it's a picture somewhere. Yeah, they probably burned it or destroyed it, whatever. Because JFK didn't know about it. Nor did Richard Nixon. Nor did John McCain. Nobody knew about it other than me. So, anyway, whatever. Anyway, I'm happy to die. I'm sick of it.